Well, hello and welcome, welcome and hello and welcome, welcome and hello and welcome. Bienvenidos a todos. Thank you for tuning in to a very special edition of Un Poco Mas, the show where we give you just a little bit more. Today we are talking about some of our favorite stocks, guys. Sorry I have not been with you in just a little bit here. Just had a lot going on. Most recently, there you go, boss. There's the mini water. Most recently, coming off of some just stupid oral surgery. I couldn't talk last week. Just absolutely. And you know, I'm a big Karen from way back. So anything even slightly painful sends me into just a massive meltdown. But anyway, guys, welcome and hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me. I'm working on a huge Neo update. The only stock I bought today was actually Neo. A lot of people say I'm just a hopeless pumper, a cockeyed optimist, a la Elaine Bennis in her days as an editor. But I really think if you look back at my track record, I really don't, advocate people chasing runs and buying tops and stuff like that. I really advocate looking for these illogical crashes that are brought about by this unholy alliance of these media people, analysts, on the extreme cases, shorts like, Hindenburg partnering with hedge funds to destroy stocks and short stocks. But some of those stocks actually, deserved it, like a Nikola back in the day. But sometimes it's like completely illogical where they sort of fixate on one minor thing. Like a good example would be like SMCI, these like related party transactions that were just a minuscule, tiny portion of their revenue. There was nothing really found to be that improper about it. And then all these accounting irregularities, everybody was, they were going to have to do these massive write-downs. Everything was going to change. And then when that narrative just sort of goes poof and doesn't make any sense, you switch to, well, they're not growing, the sky is falling. But if you still look at, SMCI's growth, this year, which will be a horrible year, they're still going from like 14.8 billion to 21 and a half. So the growth on the top line is still going to be 50%. And I know the margins are suffering, but if you sort of dig into the stock, so this is kind of the point of this video, guys. It really hurts to talk, so I'm just trying to bring some updates because some people are really wondering, hey, is it time to dump? I stand on my previous contention that SMCI is going to go to 89 sooner than later. I know it's foolhardy to throw these numbers out there, but that's what I see in the chart. There's a reason for it. I see this setting up absolutely bullish. Just in the last year, there's just 3 really nice bases setting up, and this just looks like it's going to leg up. If you look at the volume, it comes in on the lows and it comes in on buying. You see this move up, all this volume, this big sell-off. There's not even like a third of the volume. When it's trading sideways and down here, there's no volume, just huge buying volume off this, Hindenburg created. What I say, guys, some smart money is like in it for the long haul. They're doing their research, and then some smart money's doing that, but they're also, I would say, sort of moving the market. They don't just guess where the stock's going. They push the stock where they want it to go and when they want it to go. And I follow that. I'm just like, look at the holders of Supermicro. It depends where you look, but there's extremely high insider ownership and institutional ownership. But it's not the number, the percentage in the institutional ownership. It's who it actually is. These are my number 1-2 punch that I follow. I'm a disciple of Vanguard and BlackRock, and especially BlackRock. If you look at their trading profits year after year after year, these are the 2 biggest traders in the world. And then look, just no coincidence, BlackRock, State Street, Geode, Morgan Stanley, and then UBS is in there. Just take a look at Sofi, Vanguard, BlackRock, Geode, State Street, UBS, Morgan Stanley. It's the same exact players. I mean, Vanguard and BlackRock ran this stock up to 18, then let it crash back down to 8. Don't think they're not trading this thing. And that's what I mean. Don't just look at the smart money, the percentage. Look at who owns it. Look at how the stocks they pick out that are massively shorted tend to move. I mean, it was my great aunt Kitty Woods who was talking about Tesla years ago, said, the longer the shorts illogically hold down a great company, the higher it's going to go when they're forced to let go of it, kicking and screaming, or pried out of their cold dead hand, as an homage to my grandfather Chucky Heston, not to be confused with my uncle Chucky, who runs SMCI. But follow this thing, guys. If you do nothing other than just look at the stocks that Vanguard and BlackRock and Morgan Stanley load off the bottom, UBS, just load those stocks and watch what happens. And just look for the ones that have heavy, heavy shorts on them. Just completely illogical. Look, ask yourself, why are these companies shorting CRISPR so aggressively? 25% of the free float is shorted, 91% utilization. And I know because, okay, the sector was, considered a dumpster fire. But in a sector that's kind of on the decline, everybody's giving up on this, gene editing. A lot of the companies, are looking for deals, going bankrupt. There's consolidation. Sometimes there's a winner. Sometimes there's a leader of the pack. Vroom, vroom. And in this case, you have to look at the facts on the ground. What is actually happening with CRISPR? Okay, they have like $21, $22 per share in cash. They have almost no debt. Their cash burn is very, very low. They already have an FDA-approved, gene editing treatment. They're the only one. They're first. They have a very favorable relationship with Vertex. And Vertex has a ton of cash coming in off of their MS drug. They're selling $11 billion per year of that drug already, and that's considered a rare disease drug. I mean, I know, sickle cell and what's the other one? I always have basal. It's like an herb, basal thalamus gland. Basal thalanoma. I can't remember, guys. I'm a big fat idiot. But shorting 25% of the float on the stock, which has, they have plenty of cash runway years. They have $2 billion worth of cash. The whole market cap is $3 billion. They have no debt. They have a Nobel Prize winner, one of their founders, basically invented this technology. And this technology is legit. You're short science, folks. You're short the future. And they're just ex vivo. They're already working on in vivo. You ever heard of their candidate, CRISPR 340? You know what you're talking about? Do you keep up on things? They're pursuing multiple tracks. They have the juice. They have the gravitas. They have the cash to do it. They have the people to do it. Who's this handsome gentleman in this ad? I don't trust him as much as Noto. I guarantee you that. But anyway, this actually went on. I don't know what the hell's going on with my stupid thing. I think things updating, but it was up, just a little bit today. But they were absolutely look at the action today. I counted at one point there's like 32 peaks on the day. This is false volatility created by algorithms. It's like they're just trying to wash out day traders minute by minute. And then they're paying all these guys on all the bulletin boards to say the stock will never go over 40 because they know the stock's about to break way, way over 40. I mean, you explain it to me. Why be so short this stock to that degree, to that extreme degree? And then does it not make sense if you look at the chart that you wouldn't have covered? This stock was below 30 3 days right here in April. Back down to 33 again. I mean, how many bites at the apple do you want to cover? How far do you want to work this stock down? I mean, they've worked it down from, over 200 all the way below 30. Now it's recovering toward 40. You want to reshart when you're already shorting 25% of the free float on a company that clearly looks like the winner of this race. I mean, even in a horse race with a bunch of nags, somebody's going to win. Somebody's going to place. Somebody's going to show. You got to box the exacta just in case you're a complete degenerate. But I mean, just look at what's in this company's pipeline. I mean, I know it takes time. I know a lot of this stuff could take 6, 8, 10 years if it ever reaches the market. But I mean, they're talking about a drug, in vivo drug, number 340. I don't know where the hell it is. I think it's right here. Yeah, CTX 340. I mean, this is in vivo, and they own all of these. And some of these are already in clinical trials, phase 1. I mean, if just the cholesterol, if just the heart disease, and you have to understand what they're doing. This stuff works because they find the genetic problem and they edit it and they fix it. It's a permanent solution. So much of medicine is just treating the symptoms, which I know that's what's available. Not one of these idiots who's like, doctors want to keep you sick. Yeah, no, they don't, fuckface. Most doctors are fucking geniuses who could have made a lot more money on Wall Street. They have like inquisitive minds and they're, they want to help people. They want to do science. They want to learn. They want to advance, society. Some people don't understand that other people's motivations may not be the same as their motivations. Want to sort of project their worldview onto everybody else. I'm, of course, one of those people. Being a big, huge, obnoxious Karen, guys. Welcome and hello, by the way. I feel like my greeting today was lacking due to the extreme pain I'm feeling in my testicle region. Oh, sorry, down there. Off camera, if you know what I mean. I don't know why oral surgery would make your testicles hurt. But as I've stated, I'm not a doctor. So yeah. So you're short science. You're short really incredible management. You're short, I think the company that actually is going to get there is sort of already getting there. I know they only sold $60 million worth of Cascavy last year. But it's hard to ramp. I mean, it's a $2.2 million treatment for sickle cell, but the lifetime treatment costs a lot more than that. Get the hemoglobin, you get get the Polish sausages, you get all that stuff. Oh, what am I talking about? I have no idea. So yeah, so the short on CRISPR, again, it's illogical. There's extremely high institutional ownership. It's been beaten down from 200 to below 30. And again, when do they cover? Why do they cover? What's the catalyst? I mean, do they have to be profitable? You get good, readout on any of these programs. I think that's going to be enough of the catalyst to sort of bump the shorts where a few of them start to fall off a cliff. The lemmings follow each other. It's like that's why everybody was like I said, they were laughing at me when I said, hey, Sofi is going to go up to, 1375 this year. It was like, you're crazy. The stock's stuck at $7. It's a dead stock. When the entire world was repeating the mantra, it's a dead stock, that's when the stock just caught fire. That's what these guys do. It's a big game of 3-card Monte, and you're the sucker tourist wearing the Tommy Bahama shirt, flashing a wad of cash, drinking a giant Mai Tai, walking up and down the strip. Hey, honey, let's try 3-card Monte. I'm not having any look at the tables. Sure, dear. Just like you're going to get that promotion. I don't know, Steven. For which stock? The short cucks really let go. Oh, my God. What's up, Maria Pal? How are you? The stockiest genius choosiest. NVIDIA tomorrow. Yeah, I think this is what I'm saying, guys. Let's go to NVIDIA or SMCI briefly, just because I'm jumping around. That's basically my bull case for CRISPR. Gene editing is coming. Ex vivo's first, obviously. CRISPR, but I think is really doing well in the race. In vivo, I think they have the best management team, the best scientific team, the best financial position, strongest balance sheet, best partnership with Vertex. I think they have so much in the pipeline. They have many other potential partnerships with Vertex, as well as many others. The future is the future, and these pharmaceutical companies need things in their pipeline. They're going to need to partner with CRISPR, companies like CRISPR, and there's no other company winning this race, other than CRISPR, in my opinion. It's worth exactly what you paid for it. 1 mini water. Hold on, let me not quench my thirst. Oh my God, it's a great Nautilurker. What's up, Not a Lurker? Thank you for moderating the show so ably. Able Seaman. You guys like the movie Master and Commander? Which always choose the lesser of two weevils. I really like that. It's good action. Like classical naval battles. What was the deal with that Mexican tall ship just running into the Brooklyn Bridge? It's like wasn't even by like an inch. You know how sometimes the truck will like wedge under the overpass because it says like 18 feet 6 inches, and the guy's like 18 feet 6.5 inches. Like he just slightly misjudges it, or he had too much air in his tires. But the Mexican Navy tall ship just smashing into the bridge. I mean, don't they think about these things? What's going on with the tall ship? What's going on with the chain of command and the Mexican Navy novelty regatta? You're the Mexican Navy. How are you fielding such a glorious fleet of tall ships? You'd have other priorities. Stopping that fentanyl so Trump doesn't come down there and teabag you all. 1-0 fentanyl, and I'm teabagging everyone immediately. Hey, was that a reference to me being they call me, I'm not going to do the nicknames, cornbread and moist, I crumble under pressure, tugboat, blah blah, stubby cohiba because I cut most of my wiener off with a Vitamix. Unfortunate manscaping accident, blah blah blah. Guys, call me Stock Karen, they call me Hurricane Lopez, call me Danny Deals, but it's Un Poco Mas. Any way you look at it, guys. To be short super micro, you're basically shorting AI. Analysts have pointed it out. It's a pure agnostic AI play. For super micro to lose, they have to stop building data centers, and that's just foolish. One of the best analysts out there who looks at AI, was reading an article, I think it was today or yesterday. He said, AI is a game where we're in the first inning. We haven't even started to see the true impact. I think this is going to be bigger than even the internet, bigger than smartphones. Like AI, it's going to fundamentally change sort of the way things operate. I think at a more fundamental level than people realize right now. VTAC down 22% today. What a kick in the nuts. 10X looks great though. JAGX, that stock has gone from $3 billion a share a few years ago to $4 a share right now. And you think I'm joking, look it up. It was like $3 billion a share down to $4 a share. Split adjusted, of course. Split adjusted. And I've been advocating you guys, I said it when it dipped below, 150, buy Google. Buy Google. It's tremendously undervalued. Just shot up. I think it's still undervalued. They make a lot of money. They pay a nice dividend. I mean, the multiples, everybody's saying, oh, they're losing the AI race. I really don't think so. And I think they have more data, more valuable data that they can feed into their models than just about anybody. I mean, Facebook has a lot of data, but how useful is it? I mean, I think the trove of data from Google Maps would be infinitely more data and infinitely more useful than anything Tesla has. That's just my opinion. I'm a big Tesla shareholder, and I've been, laughing all the way to the bank with this. I don't really understand the Tesla price action, but I'm loving it. So looking at SMCI, same exact players, Vanguard, BlackRock, State Street, Morgan Stanley, UBS. You have to short AI, and you have to think these companies don't know what they own. Now, when I say in the title, like the bear cases were either smoke, mirrors, fake, they never really exist. I mean, remember when I used to just rail when SoFi was like $4.50, $5? I used to say, what are these bears talking about? This is gibberish. They're putting out, hit pieces on SoFi stock to downgrade, and they're using, boilerplate legalese. They're using things that a 5-year-old would know is just ridiculous. And I would, bash on the Chia Pet or the, that 2-bit, mafioso looking fat turd at KBW, or I love to, bash the 5-headed Bologna sandwich or whomever, or but I'm like, what is the case? You're basically, if you look at saw this long ago. You have to understand who Noto is. You have to understand the business model, and you have to understand they're doing foundational work that takes years, that's going to down the road lead to superior margins. They're building in the margins. That's what the bank is about. That's what Galileo's about. They're building a high margin free cash flow machine. And the fact that it's just boring old lending is such a stupid argument. If you do it in, a way that uses AI, you get these valuations. It's like Tanner made the argument better than I ever could. Is like, if you have high growth, high margins, what the hell do you care what you're selling? Why do you care that it's financial? Why is that a bad thing that you're taking market share in financial services versus building AI chips? I would argue it's better. It's easier. I made the surface water argument. SoFi versus Palantir. Now, it turns out SoFi versus Palantir, I was 100 degrees wrong. Palantir's gone absolutely through the roof, and SoFi went from 18 back down to 875. I bought a bunch down there around 9, and I'm very happy that I did. But Palantir, I missed out on that. I think Palantir is insanely overvalued. I think the valuation, to grow into this valuation, I think they would need 10 years of perfect execution, and the notion that no other companies are going to enter and compete in this space over the next couple of decades, I think is just completely foolhardy. They're just going to, leave the battlefield, and Palantir's the only one who, maybe I'm just bitter because I missed it and I sold my stock. I thought I was so smart. I caught a run from like 8 or 9 to 17, 18. Thought I was, a chunky genius. Turns out I was just chunky. Oh, God blessed me with short legs and a pear shape. My crosses to bear, I guess. But when you're man boobing for fun and profit, it's all good. Got to get back out to the islands where a man can just man boob freely. Love places where there's a bunch of big guys. I don't look so freakish. Hey, have you seen the new health food store? No. Going to In-N-Out. Should really try it. Oh, thanks, Tennis Champ 10, man. I appreciate it, man or woman. Whatever it is, I don't care. It's all love, guys. I know this show is not the best. I was thinking, David, Stephen Wolf, I'm thinking he might be on his way out because it looks like he's divesting. He might just be looking for pops. But he sold, I think, like 60 or 70% of his shares. That could be a good sign. That could be a crazy Ivan. I'm not sure. I really don't know. Well, whose nuts do you want to talk about, Premium of the Option? Your nuts? What, are you having issues? Realize you're getting older? You can only tuck your nuts into your tube sock for so long? Or you have to go into your doctor and get that testicular lift you've been saving up for? It's a tale as old as time, a song as old as rhyme. You guys remember the old nursery rhyme about the testicular lift? No, I'm sure Premium of the Options, I don't know why I think I was thinking about that movie where it's like, it's got old balls. Adam Sandler movie. Anyway, my thinking is often very testicular focused. I don't know, guys. Always sell stocks at the bottom of the hour. What's up, Bookend Tackles? My old friend Bookend Tackles. Huge Eli fan. He likes those special needs players. I love Eli. Hey, I'm going to throw the ball up about 4 yards out of bounds. You're going to somehow catch it. I'm going to be in Hall of Fame, win a few rings. Dude, I'm so bitter and jelly of like Eli. You pick up those rings, man. Eli. He's not a talented QB, man. I mean, I think Phil Simms has more talent in his, wispy corn husk bleach blonde hair. Big bullum head. And Eli has in that giant Giuliano Bologna forehead. You get this helmet any tighter, I can still think. No, I'm just jealous. I'm a Raider fan. Used to being horrible. Resigned to being horrible. Hey guys, if we're really lucky, we might start out 5-4 and drop 8 straight. Just completely shit the bed. Well, maybe we could stab someone in the parking lot. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, what's going on, guys? Big Daddy, yeah. Funny one. What's his 5-year plan? Not to die? Travis Murphy is admitting his wang is small and his SMCI calls are long. It's not a bad combination, Travis. You don't want to scare the ladies away. Come in and say, I'm a saver. I'm pragmatic. I have a manageable, proportionable penis. It's not going to scare you. I'll get the job done. Old T-Mac ain't getting no complaints. Guys, why is my show all of a sudden focused on aging testicles and small wings? Perhaps because I'm very bored of this show. No, I mean, this show has always been kind of a, piece of crap. But I guess I was trying to say, like, what is my bull case for SMCI? I mean, if you look at a stock growing the top line 60, 70% this year, they're going to have horrible growth, 50% on the top line. And also, I really believe that, horrible, crooked, wigger CFO guy, when he says, the decrease in margins is largely cyclical. And yeah, they had to write down some old processors, but they're going to sell those through. They might write up some of those processors. So a lot of people are going to realize they don't need Mr. Blackswell's. They can get by with Mr. Belvedere. They can get by with the H200s. You don't need maybe get you some HX 100s. Maybe run a few teraflops less. I don't know. I learned all my coding from Roscoe P. Coltrane. You guys like the Dukes of Hazzard? Any Dukes fans out there? I used to love that show when I was a little kid because I love cars, big car guy. Who doesn't love wrecking muscle cars? Anyway, so SMCI, the growth is just astronomical. And when I listen to Uncle Chucky, the guy strikes me as a visionary and a genius, not somebody who's out here trying to steal, tiny amounts of money through some kind of fraud. I mean, I think what that was just the salespeople trying to push their commissions forward. And this is a guy who's trying to take care of his brothers and sisters. And if that's wrong, I don't want to be right. That's a crime. Slap the cuffs on me. If being a complete badass is wrong, Uncle Chucky ain't right. But him and Aunt Sarah have a few $1 billion worth of stock. They don't need to commit any fraud. Now, the wigger, I don't know. What's a CFO? Oh, at least you're getting out there with that small wing. Yeah, I was buying calls today on Neo. I was buying calls today on CRSP. I'm not buying SMCI calls just because they just clamp down on those too much. Just clamp down. What's up, Nader? How's it going? Hello to you. Flint Creek Soap Company, the great Flint Creek Soap Company. Guys, it ain't hard to find Flint Creek Soap Company's online store. Google the words Flint Creek Soap Company. I was just using some of the, I believe it was a lemon scented body lotion. The good people at Flint Creek Soap Company sent me some time ago. It's just delightful. Scurf on over there and buy you something. Skimboard over there, surf over there, bodyboard over there, kneeboard, wakeboard. Get you some water wings. Get you a rubber ducky. Get you a life preserver. Get you up on your pappy's shoulders. Maybe you're scared of water. Put one of them clothespins on your nose. But surf on over there and buy you something. Anyway, that's my commercial for Flint Creek Soap Company. Still uncompensated, but giving me some great stuff. So long overdue. Another plug. Thank you, Flint Creek Soap Company. Thank you, the great Noto Lurker, as well. Am I making any sense? Compounding gains has never been easier. The Tebedaki method, you compound your gains because you're compounding your waistline. Hey, honey, should I buy more Google and eat another huge plate of pasta? You don't have to do both of those things. You can do one and not the other, dear. No, the Tebedaki method. If I'm going to buy shares today, I have to eat this giant plate of pasta for 6. How does that make any sense? Combining investing with like competitive eating. The competitive eaters, the guys who freak me out, are like the beard meets food. This guy's like 150 pounds eating 12-pound turducken in one sitting. How do you eat 15 pounds of food anyway? It doesn't even seem possible. And I'm what my grandma always described as a good eater, i.e. the fat one. Oh, yeah, these are my grandkids. Oh, that's Danny. He's a good eater. Yeah, thanks, Grandma. Thanks a lot. They know I'm a good eater. By the fact buying my pants in the, short and fat section for old men, a thrift store. I'm like 5 years old. I grew really tall, really young, and I just stopped growing. I was like 5'8", first grade. Grew like another 4 inches the rest of my life. Oh, like I said, short, fat legs and a pear shape. God chose to bless me. At least he didn't name me Sue. Punch me square in both nuts. Leave me for dead in Tijuana. Oh, that's fun stuff. Your buddies Shanghai you down in TJ. Can't get back across the border there. Almost get killed by a nice group of locals. Oh, those were the days, folks. I have no idea what the show is talking about. But again, I'm kind of making a bear case for SMCI. I've kind of made a bear case for Chris. I don't have to make a bear case for Alphabet. I think it makes itself. They're worth a hell of a lot more if they ended up breaking up the company. But I mean, SoFi, in all honesty, SoFi I still think is my number one stock for the rest of the decade because it's just so safe. Management is so good, so steady. I mean, when Noto talked about starting the bank, when they started, changing from funding their loans with, warehouse facility, different, sources of funding that they had, and they went to using their own money that was bank deposits, they saved 2 points on the. Think about that over the long term. If your cost of capital is 2 points less than your competitors, that's what he means by durable competitive advantage. You useless sacks of shit. You want to go chase? Oh, I hate hood people. And again, I'm just jealous. I missed the run. I love that guy OVTR. He's one of the only I despise his hairline, his Miami Vice blazers and solid pastel shirts, his smugness, but the guy's very smart. He knows what he's talking. I mean, it's basically, when he talks about all these boxes he's ticking, he's talking about like, sort of an IBD method where you're confirming an uptrend, but he has like 10 fail safes on it. It's really smart. If I was smarter, I would buy the course. But I like that guy. I hate almost everything about him, but I like him in the totality of the circumstances using all my training and experience. But he's one of the only people on YouTube, present company included, who is not completely fucking useless. He's actually giving you useful information about how you can make money. Consistently make money. I try to do that. I look for bottoms. That might be foolhardy because you're catching a falling knife, but utilizing my charting, training, experience, my fat ninja instincts, my chunky monkey mentality, utilizing the Tebadaki method. Hold on one sec, guys. I got to take something. I'll be right back with you. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome and hello, and welcome. Apologies, I had to take that one and get some crisis with one of my tenants. Blah blah blah. Not very interesting, as is most of my stories. Like your story should have a point, like a chatty Cathy doll pulls the own string. Sorry, cutes. Just almost dropped an empty mini water bottle on the great QT, one of the greatest stock pickers of all time. What's up, cutes? Cutes is looking at me like, shut up and either take me for a walk or give me a snack. Anyway, guys, so I'm looking for the Sofi was one of the most illogical stocks they chose and shorted. I know it was a SPAC. I know the student loan thing, yes, it could have killed a lesser company with lesser management, but it reached a point where it was like, this company is not going away. And management is wise well beyond their years and windbreakers and great hair. You know, it just doesn't make any sense to be full short Anthony Noto. Short Anthony Noto at your own peril, because he's going to kick your ass up and down the field. And, you know, who's going to win in the end? The Chia Pet, the bologna sandwich, or Anthony Noto and CLP3, the great Crystal Point, and our management team, our technology team. Still not sure about that CTO dude. Like, supports the arts by selling all his shares, but whatever. They're not my shares. There's the big shout out. Anybody else want to plug? I'm not going to give it to you. Yeah, Flint Creek. That was probably my favorite one. Was that lemon lotion? Just man or woman would love that one. Princess J loves that one too, I think, or she loved a lot of the stuff. That was one I particularly liked, but not a big product guy. I buy product, it stacks up in the sink until it like separates under the sink, and then it goes bad, and then I throw it away. Honey, do I need a new mat? You know, hair gel or pomade? No, you need to lose a few pounds. That wasn't the question. Answer the question. The question, jerk. Quote the great John McEnroe. No, I wouldn't talk Princess Jalen. Just getting into McEnroe. I love McEnroe. Dude, they're just I love characters, you know. I love very unique characters. Never going to be another Johnny Mac. I mean, some would argue that he's like a bit brash and sexist and all yada yada yada, but I'm not denying any of that. But I fucking love the guy. Absolutely love him. My favorite tennis quotes ever is Andre Agassi talking about Pete Sampras. Like, how did I just lose to somebody who looks like they just swung out of a tree? Oh my god, I love Agassi, or is Agassi. I know I'm saying it wrong. Agassi. It's Agassi. He's married to Steffi Graf. They live out in Las Vegas. Don't know what that has to do with anything, but so I look for these illogical shorts. I look for the cast of characters, and I follow the script. I mean, if you think you know better than BlackRock, I know I don't. So I look at what they're doing. I look at what they're loading. I look at the pumps. I take advantage. I flip. I flip calls. I sell a ton of. Look for these long, flat periods. I mean, if you weren't just selling covered calls all through this period, I mean, you had 2 straight years of just printing money. And for whatever reason, they were getting pretty good premiums a lot of this time because there were so many of these like super mini pump and dumps, little palpitations, little mini strokes. Mini water is a lot better than a mini stroke. I'll tell you that. Anyway, guys, I don't know where this show's going. Pretty much nowhere fast. You're always welcome, Flint Creek Soap Company. Appreciate you guys. You know how hard it is to actually start something? That's like, I know I don't know very much about stocks or life or love or people. I know I have sort of an abrasive, unwatchable personality, a face for radio, and a personality for mime. All the charm of Dick Cheney, the intellect of Joe Rogan. I love it. I really think Joe Rogan is an intellectual. I mean, I find him entertaining and funny, but the stuff he talks about, he's absolutely no idea what he's talking about. But that's everybody these days. Hey, I was just on WebMD and it looks like you might be fat. Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant analysis. Who was that, Surgeon General when I was a kid who like had a beard and no mustache? C. Everett Koop, I believe. Never been that into surgeons general, which would be the plural, not general surgeons, but surgeons general, or not surgeon generals. Would it be general surgeon, or surgeons general, or surgeon generals, or genital? Oh my god, guys, I'm bad enough usually, but give me some pain pills. Whole nother level of stupidity. You stuck on stupid, boy? Like, I wish. Passed stupid a while ago. Anyway, guys, I had no idea what this show was about. I just wanted to come on. I'm working on that Neo show. It's really hard to get deep insight into what's going on in China. It's more opaque, it's more delayed, and also there's so many moving parts, so many companies, so much going on in that EV landscape. But I still think Neo is positioned better than anyone else. They have the only USP. I mean, I think these partnerships are going to bear fruit, but you have to be patient with all these. CRISPR, patience. Sofi, patience. Neo, patience. Basically, the guy who just tells you to be patient is he's a fucking horrible stock picker and he's fat, stupid. Like, it just hasn't moved yet. It's going to move. Trust me. It's going to move, honey. It's okay, dear. It happens to a lot of guys. What, their stocks don't go up? Yeah. Stocks. They can't get their stocks up. Oh, many of my stock picks are a bit impotent, crappy. Let's go. Sold some 40 covered calls. Awesome, man. Savage of Wall Street making some great money on SMCI. That's good for you. Yeah, that was such a screaming buy. I'm like, who's not seeing this? They're about to absolutely explode with this Blackwell ramp. Everybody wants it. Then you get the $20 billion Saudi deal. $20 billion deal. Their whole market cap is like 24, 26 billion, whatever. I mean, it's a little more now. Stock went up. And then 50% top line growth. Everybody's poo-pooing. Who's going to poo-poo that kind of growth? A lot of growth to poo-poo. Anyway, really glad you. I mean, if I can help you in some small way, make a lot of money in the market, I am super happy. That's why I'm here. I know most of the time it's just dumb fart jokes and poorly aging fat guys and gorgeous bald moderators. What's going on, Lisa? Yeah, SMCI is going to be an absolute monster. I mean, we haven't even scratched the surface of AI, and they leave Dell and HP in the dust. I mean, even if they just split the market with Dell, the growth will be incredible. If you look at the growth this next fiscal year, I think you're going to see them maybe not hit the 40 billion, but I think you could see them hit high 30s just if these orders start flooding in. They keep telling you the AI spending is slowing down. Actually, the opposite is true. Watch when the narrative is 180 degrees from the truth and they're illogically shorting these stocks. Watch for the move. Wait for the move. Be patient. Follow the smart money script. Watch BlackRock. Watch Vanguard. Watch State Street. Watch UBS. Watch Geode. Watch when Citadel and Jane start to flip from short to long, or at least short to neutral. Watch when they let go of a lot of these strangles and short long positions and straddles, and they start to just go pure long. And, you know, that naive, new, sort of brash, young, stupid shorts are the ones left just holding the bag. Don't be the bag holder. Buy the lows. Don't sell the dip and smell the rip. It pains me when I see you guys. It's like, oh, Sofi is such a bad. Like, you guys, if I even start to add up how much money I've made on Sofi, it's just obscene. Dude, 4s to 18 is a long way to the top when you want to rock and roll. And it made so many moves, 6 to 10, over and over. It's just, it was a money press. And then when they hold it, you sell calls. I mean, I love that stock. I love my Papa Anthony Noto. Father, can you hear me? Or have you let me down? I curse the day when I was born. And all let's see. What is a savage? Savage occasionally is funny. Let's see. He's the genital general that genders all, baby. Let's get this money. Ionic, Newsmax, AAOI, Serve Robotics. Oh man, you got some. I'm not a buyer of Newsmax, but maybe some of those others. Sold over 100 Sofi, a couple calls in June 2026. Some gamblers have over $3 a share. Yeah, I mean, I've said this time and time again. I do like to buy with sell options, sell options, sell options. Use these wheel strategies. Option sellers win a hell of a lot more than option buyers. Collect premium. Let the power of time decay work in your favor rather than against you. Instead of being the guy getting kicked in the balls, be the guy kicking the other guy in the balls and taking his lunch money. Just to keep up with the testicular fixation of this show. Hey, I'm happy for you, Savage. Glad you're making money. Where's that next luxury vacation you're taking me on? Imagine me and the Savage family on a nice 5-star. I don't know what the fitness level of the Savage is, but I'd just be man-boobing. I'll be man-boobing down at the 5-star, just poolside. Hey, I probably shouldn't get the fried calamari, but I'm definitely going to. That old probably definitely thing. I probably shouldn't do this, but I'm absolutely definitely going to do it. How about a Diet Coke? Yeah, extra aioli. Some onion rings. Yeah, just a Diet Coke. Just something light. Oh, is the fish and chips light? Seafood. Oh, you have a steak salad? Oh, wonton strips and chicken fingers on that? Is there any way you could double the blue cheese dressing? Sure, we can do that for you, you fat fuck. Excuse me? Oh my god, this show is terrible. Holding 10K shares, the Boom Savage chilling at the store. Yeah, totally, man. Me and the Savage running that shit. Just giving stock tips, banking. I could see it. I could see vacationing with Savage at Wall Street. Call me crazy. Man seems to know how to sneak away to a 5-star without anybody noticing. Okay, I was just in Vail for a week at a 5-star. Also making a bunch of money on these options. You guys were just here holding your dicks in your hand. I'm out. Savage out. Mic drop. Fuck you guys. Thanks for stopping by, San Diego. Anyway, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Ah, nice. Back from Tahoe. 4 days. Awesome. Yeah, I love Tahoe. Awesome, man. Absolutely love Tahoe. No, I don't black out, Savage. I'm 100% sober. I put the plug in the jug, my friend. So I would just have to drive you home, unfortunately. Listen to your drunken ramblings, which may not be that bad. Or I don't know. Definitely don't sub and like Not a Lurker. Guys, I gotta go. I'm all talked out. My mouth hurts. My head hurts. My testicles hurt. My back hurts. My arthritis hurts. Oh, pretty much everything. Anyway, guys, I'm glad you had a nice vacation, Savage. Thank you so much for moderating the show, Not a Lurker. We're gonna have a special surprise for Not a Lurker very soon. He's going to be absolutely overwhelmed with emotion. Probably wants to shave his head for the occasion. Frozen peas, definitely. I'm sitting on a huge bag of frozen peas right now. Yeah, you're very welcome, Stephen. Thanks for watching. Lisa, Blake, appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. The great Blake Wall of Hair Trimmer Fortune. I know my jokes are stupid and I repeat them over and over. It's the great Ben Cahan. It's SMCI will definitely run soon. Of course, the great Not a Lurker. All the same people in the comments. Creator of Law and Order, Dick Wolf. I know it's not really you, but Tommy, the great Tommy Dimes is back. What's up, Tommy? How are you, sir? Haven't seen you in a long time. What's going on? The great Tommy Dimes. It was kind of a young Sylvester Stallone vibe. Wonder if when he got desperate as a young actor, he did some, maybe did a little porn. I don't know. They say Stallone did a porn. I've never seen it. Not really a big fan. I don't know. Why is my whole focus on genitals, the male genitalia? I don't know. Paging Dr. Freud. Bring your finger symbols. Okay, someone break into my account. All right, guys, I got to go. I know this outro sucks. Thank you. I don't know why you're watching, but thank you for watching. Peace.